I want to be careful that you're not drowning out God. So I use this analogy a lot. So I was nervous, again, like I said, about today. And I feel like I wasn't as prepared. Deborah was talking to me and, telling me that you weren't prepared, you should have made more time, you should have done this, you should have done that. Sometimes you can just hear him. You just know that that's who's talking to you. You step back and you're like, are you talking to me? Did you want to keep talking a little bit? I can go ahead. I got something for you. And then during my quiet time, I sat down, and God just gave me all of this stuff. And God was just like, Lisa, you know I got you. And you know what I said to him? For sure. Ladies, whatever it is that you're hoping, waiting for, some of you are in bad relationships now, you already know you need to get out. And I'm not talking about a marriage.
That's right.
I'm talking about a dating relationship. Don't walk out of here and be like, Lisa said get divorced. No. But I use this analogy, right? So anybody go to the gym once a year? Right? Should have put your money in Google, but you put your money in 24-hour fitness? But you don't go? That's me. Once a year you go to the gym and you walk out of that gym feeling like, bam, 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 look at this. Look at this. You go on a diet, you spend a whole week eating what you should eat, you step on that scale, you see those pounds drop and you're feeling so good. And then you stop. And you're right back to what you're used to. As good as it feels to drop a couple pounds, as good as it feels to get in that gym and work out, whatever that is for you, as good as that feels, sometimes we lose it. And you're going to leave here with all kinds of good stuff, so many nuggets, notes after notes after notes. Don't stop. If a husband is what you want, perhaps that's what you'll get. Perhaps that's not what you're going to get. At 44 years old, I married the man that God had for me. Today, he is the man of my dreams. But a couple days after my wedding day, I think I'll call my best friend and I'm like, oh gosh! What have I done? I got to be married to this person now for the rest of my life. I've only known him for 12 months. We waited until we were married for We had to be chaperoned our entire year of dating because otherwise we wouldn't have waited for We were not strong enough. And then on my honeymoon I got pregnant with triplets. Which just makes me tired. Makes me tired. I don't want you though to look at me and think, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. If I just pray and I just do this and I just do this and I just do that, I too could get pregnant with triplets. My story may not be your story. It's not the end point, right? It's not the end. It's not always the end that we're looking at. It is that journey. So what is it that you're doing right now during your waiting time? Are you complaining? Are you questioning? Are you sitting with your little sassy sour mouth at a wedding, hoping it was you and wishing it was you and not really totally being happy for that other person? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride? Is that you? Are you serving? Are you encouraging? Are you knowing that God will answer and maybe that answer is not the answer you want? I wanted the prince on the horse to ride up and carry me, has to be a strong man, and carry me on through life. I said to my husband yesterday in an argument, I said, look, it was an argument. I said, you cannot make me happy. My friends cannot make me happy. My job, my comedy, my kids, food. I said, the problem with me in this is me. The problem is that I am looking at everything else first before God. Back to the gym, where you feel so good when you walk out of the gym. Let me tell you, when my husband does something that upsets me, and I stop immediately and hear God's voice say, Lisa, you need to stop and pray, and I listen, and I stop and I pray, there is not one time that I do not feel better. Not one time that I don't feel better. Sometimes God will say, I want you to stop now and go tell your husband that you're sorry. Really? Because I put the laundry away, right? I made dinner. I vacuumed, I mopped the floor, I cleaned the kitchen. I put the kids to bed. I'm sorry, what am I apologizing for? You know what he says? Your attitude. We can keep these long lists of things that we think God is supposed to bring to us. I'm hoping for a husband. Some of you are in a relationship now and you are really hoping that you're going to do this change in your man. You're not. I know you've heard it before, it's not up to you. You're responsible for you. That's who you're responsible for. Ecclesiastes 2:10. And whatsoever mine eyes desired, no, this is not the version I want. Hold on, I'm coming. Whatever my eyes looked at with desire and I did not refuse them. I did not withhold from my heart any pleasure. For my heart was pleased because of all of my labor, and this was my reward for all my labor. Then I considered all which my hands had done and labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and chasing after the wind, and there was no profit, nothing of lasting value under the sun. But every earthly pleasure, when unconnected to better blessings, leaves the mind as eager and unsatisfied as before. Happiness arises not from the situation in which we are placed. It is only through Jesus that the final blessedness can be attained. You can put on that lipstick, fancy pants,